Hey, this is Bethany Perry, and I want to talk to you today about why you might have brain fog and how to clear it up. Brain fog can be characterized by a lack of concentration, an inability to make decisions, frequent headaches and nausea, to name just a few. And if this is something that you struggle with regularly, a few common causes of brain fog could range from a nutrient deficiency, lack of proper sleep, ingesting an abundance of sugar, that never happens, does it? A thyroid condition, or even depression, and sometimes one leads into the other. Inactivity and chronic stress can also unleash brain fog. So there are a lot of factors at play when nailing down what's causing your brain fog. Luckily, you don't have to keep your head in the clouds for too long. Here's what you can do about it. Try intermittent fasting. It's well known for helping you lose stubborn weight, but intermittent fasting can also improve your neurological well-being. You can ease into it by extending the time frame between the last meal you eat in one day and the first meal you eat the next day. Now keep listening because I have a different take on intermittent fasting. A popular method is 16 hours to 8 hours, which means you're fasting for 16 hours and eating within an 8-hour window. So for many, this would pan out by eating dinner at 7 p.m. and not eating again until 11 the next day. However, unless you work at noon or you work evenings, if you want to be at your best, what's happening with your brain matters, and the brain fog won't be helped. Why? Because your brain, while it only represents 2% of a person's total body weight, it accounts for 20% of the body's total energy use. What that means is during a typical day, a person uses 320 calories just to think. And when do we normally think? We usually start thinking in the mornings, certainly before 11, and that food doesn't get into us till noon. Yeah, you get the message. And also, did you know that 60% of the solid weight of your brain is fat? Yep, your brain's fat. It's a scientifically proven fact, your brain and your body need healthy cholesterol and fatty acids to function optimally. So when your brain doesn't get adequate amounts of DHA through the diet, it's forced to use inferior fats, such as saturated and trans fats. And then what happens is the brain cell membranes become more rigid with these interior fats, which can slow information processing and overall brain function. So while I could obviously go on and on about the brain because I love neuroscience and I really like to discuss intermittent fasting because I do like it, I do use it. But here's what I recommend. Have a nice healthy breakfast. Have your largest meal for lunch and then have a smaller snack-ish meal between 4 and 5, even if it's at your desk before you go home. And then, quite possibly you won't be hungry when you go to bed at a reasonable hour, and your fast will have occurred when the need for your brain to be optimal is at its lowest. Avoid sedentary behavior. That's a whole nother one. But with this one, through no fault of our own, many of our jobs require us to log long hours behind a desk. Increased activity levels are known for boosting your mental acuity. So even if your schedule truly is packed, there are still some things that you can do to get moving. Take a 10-minute walk around the office a few times today to stretch your legs and get your blood moving. Instead of stopping at the water cooler and chatting, walk. Spend your lunch break getting some activity in. You can even invest in a desk cycle and you can get a workout at your desk. There's also chair yoga, which can be very helpful at your desk. The desk cycle, it's a small little desk bicycle that allows you to ride a bike while seated at your desk. Another thing is sleep. I don't need to tell you that your body needs enough sleep to function properly, but rest is one of the most crucial aspects of your overall health. So get that sleep you need by going to bed a little earlier every night. And if you're finishing eating between 4 and 5, you won't be so hungry either. And that way you'll be getting more Z's. If you have trouble sleeping soundly, investigate some natural ways to get a proper night's sleep and see what works for you. Right? Yeah, good. Awesome. Get into meditation. So it can be really hard to shut off the noise in your head, or what I like to say is the left brain, it never stops talking, which is why many people feel like giving up when they first try meditation. instead, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can download some healing frequencies that help you tune into your mind. I'm going to attach a link to one to this because I think you'll appreciate it. It really works well for me. There are also some fantastic apps you can download on your phone, such as Headspace or Calm, and they can help you become a meditation pro. And last but not least is food is really the way to balance your health. You need to make sure that you're getting enough of the food your brain needs to work optimally. Eat omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and whole foods loaded with vitamins and minerals for your best brain health. I challenge you to go 2 weeks without anything packaged, all whole foods. Give it a shot. Try adding some MCT oil into your morning coffee or taking it a step further for some bulletproof coffee. Google it, sounds strange, but it wakes your brain up in a snap. I would also say, as I mentioned in a video last week or two, celery juice in the morning. I hadn't tried it yet. It's amazing. Like, you don't need coffee. So when most people focus on their health, they often put more emphasis on their physical aspects. But well-rounded health comes from balancing both physical and mental. So give some of these tips a shot and see what helps lift the brain fog for you. And then reach out to me. Comment below. Let me know what's helping you. I'd love to hear. Have a beautiful day. This is Bethany Perry.